Okay, here maintain silence, all of you. Open your chemistry notebooks. Yes, last benches, be in the front. Be in the front. Any one of you can come here. चल रही है पटकन इकडं. Yes, two of you go that side quickly. चला गर्दी करायची नाहीये आपल्याला. We are not supposed to gather together. That is why we have created the divisions. Go from here. Go. If possible, we are going to make the third division also, or we have to run the college in a second shift. Try to understand the seriousness of COVID-19. When you are coming together, don't sit together in the class. Are you understanding? We are trying to make more number of benches. We are trying to take the bigger classes if possible. जर जास्त क्लासेस झाले, मोठा क्लास मिळाला आपल्याला, we can allow one student to sit in a one bench only. It is strictly told by the government that one child should sit on a one bench. Strictly. Yes, you can sit over there. There is one bench. Yes, you can also go and shift over there, or you can come here. See, here also there is a space. Okay. Yes, and that day I told you many of them were not there in the class. Again, I would like to repeat you all that at the end of this month we will be having our unit test exam, right? As it is extended due to COVID-19, but we will try to complete that test in the month of January itself, at the end of the January. Okay, so start studying from now onwards. Paper pattern is already given, but prior to the exam, 3-4 days before, I will give you the proper paper pattern. Okay, which will be there for 25 marks. We are planning for a 25 marks unit test. So be aware, everyone, that this is going to happen at the end of the month. So in my every lecture, I will keep on reminding you so that you people will be there on your toes. That exam is there and we need to study hard. Okay? And one more important thing, as soon as you enter in the college, make sure that once the 8:30 is there on the clock, immediately get in the class. If it is a chemistry period, I am telling you, if it is a chemistry period on that particular day, immediately get inside. Because I am not going to allow you after 5 minutes. Once you come here, immediately get into the class. Don't roam here and there. Okay? Okay, so let's talk about the model of an atom. So we were in the model of an atom. We will have a short revision of a model of an atom. That day, unfortunately, I had lost my half an hour lecture as I had some official work to do. Yes, why you are late? Why you are late? Why you are late? I am asking you.
Sir, I woke up late.
Tell the reason.
Sir, I woke up late. I wake up late.
You were?
I wake up late.
You woke up late. Come on, sit here. Yes, you can sit over there. Okay, so we were talking about the model of an atom. So here in this case of a model of an atom, we had seen the three kinds of a model. Number one, it was Rutherford's model. Before that, we had seen J.J. Thomson's model. And the last one we are going to see is the Niels Bohr's atomic model. Okay, so this is very important concept as far as our chemistry is concerned. Understanding the structure of atom. right? If you are learning chemistry and if you don't know what is atom, there is absolutely no use of learning chemistry. Because what is the basics of chemistry? The basic of chemistry itself is an atom, right? So understanding the proper structure of the atom is very, very important. Okay. So who all gave the atomic models? Atomic models were given by Sir J.J. Thomson in the year 1911, and then Rutherford, and then Niels Bohr's atomic model. Okay. So for this, Sir J.J. Thomson said that the atomic model of the atom is a circular in a shape. उसने क्या बोला? Atom is a circular in a shape, right? And he said that there are all positive charges present in the atom, right? He said all positive charges are present in the atom. So what kind of a model it was? It was called as the plum and pudding model. Plum and pudding model of an atom. Right? That day I gave you a proper explanation also. What is plum and what is pudding, right? So it is like a plum and pudding model. Atom, he said that the atom is a circular in a shape, and then he said that all the charges which are containing in the atom are positive charges only. It does not contain a negative charge. But what happened? This theory was rejected or discarded, right? Because there was a drawback in this theory. Because only positive charges will make the atom unstable. If the atom becomes unstable, the atom will not exist. Right? So this was the biggest drawback of J.J. Thomson, that he could not explain the stability of the atom. Then came the Sir Rutherford. Sir Rutherford's atomic model, he conducted a simple experiment. That experiment was called as the alpha scattering experiment. Right? It was a very, very interesting experiment. In alpha scattering experiment, why you are late? Huh? Where do you stay? Aishwarya. Get in. Don't be late. Sit there. Yes. Alpha scattering experiment he conducted. For this, he took a alpha particle. Right? Now what is alpha particle? Alpha particle is a something which carries a positive charge. Then alpha particle is a something which has the 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Right? Then why did he conducted the experiment by using a alpha particle? This might be a question, right? Because alpha particles are a very high speed particles. They are very high speed particles. यानी कि ये बहुत ज्यादा स्पीड से ट्रैवल करते हैं, इसीलिए उसने अल्फा पार्टिकल को एज अ रेडिएशन सोर्स की तरह लिया फॉर द अल्फा स्कैटरिंग एक्सपेरिमेंट. ओके, सो व्हाट ही डिड हियर, ही टुक द अल्फा पार्टिकल एंड दैट अल्फा पार्टिकल वर रेडिएटेड ऑन द gold foil. So what he did, he conducted the experiment with the gold foil of thickness 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter. 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter thickness का उसने gold foil लिया and he incidented this alpha particle on the gold foil. Now why gold foil? Because gold is a metal and any particular metal contains the number of atoms. और gold के अंदर 1000 atoms है, more than 1000 atoms. That is why he took the gold foil for the experiment purpose. Okay. Now what happened when the alpha particle was incidented on this gold foil? He saw that majority of the rays passed through the gold foil. Some of the rays were deflected to a certain angles. Are you understanding? Majority of the rays or the radiations passed through the gold foil and some of the rays were deflected to a certain angles and some of the rays got deflected back. Why it got deflected back? Because it has a nucleus in the center, right? And whenever the radiation used to pass through this gold foil, he took a one scintillation screen. Scintillation screen मतलब क्या होता है? It is a one kind of a screen which produces the light. right? It produces the light as soon as the ray hits on this scintillation screen. और ये एक तरह का डार्क स्पॉट्स भी दिखाता है रेडिएशन का. दैट इज व्हाई ही यूज द स्क्रीन. अभी पर्पस क्या था स्क्रीन यूज करने का? लेट्स सी इफ द अल्फा पार्टिकल इज गोइंग थ्रू द गोल्ड फॉइल, हाउ ही कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट द अल्फा पार्टिकल इज पासिंग अवे? इट इज अ लॉजिक, नो? हमको कैसे समझ में आएगा कि अगर अल्फा पार्टिकल इससे ट्रैवल हो गया, अल्फा पार्टिकल हिट करके पीछे भी आ सकता है. So in that case, he conducted the experiment by using a scintillation screen. He found out that whenever any particular particle which transmitted through the gold foil, it went and hit on this screen. और जैसे ही वो particle hit करेगा screen के ऊपर, वो ऐसा light या चमकेगा. और जैसे वो चमकेगा, उसको समझ में आएगा कि alpha particle has passed through the atom, right? But some of the particles which were hit at the center of the atom were got deflected back. अभी deflect क्यों हुआ? Why were they deflected? Because alpha particle contains a positive charge and nucleus also contains a positive charge. So we all know that the positive repulsion, positive negative attraction, negative repulsion. So always remember this, right? So this is how he conducted the experiment, and what was his conclusion? इसका conclusion क्या था? इसका conclusion था कि atom is not like what suggested by the J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson का मॉडल totally गलत है, right? उसने बोला कि atom is a spherical in a shape, and this atom contains the positively charged nucleus, and electron is revolving around the nucleus. Okay, so this was the suggestion given by the Rutherford. Rutherford was almost 90% correct. इसका सही था कि ये तो सही है कि एटम का जो मास है वो सेंटर में है और पॉजिटिवली चार्ज न्यूक्लियस यहाँ पे है, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द स्पेस इन द एटम इज एम्प्टी. उसका पूरा का पूरा मास जो है वो सेंटर ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस में है. Then he suggested that the electron is revolving around this nucleus. Then, but there was a next scientist whose name was Neil Bohr. Then Neil Bohr came, and Neil Bohr said that it is right. What was suggested by the Rutherford is right. But he raised the one question on the Rutherford's model. He said that if this electron is moving in the system in a circular path, right? हमारा फिजिक्स में एक कंसेप्ट है, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि जब भी कोई भी पार्टिकल हो, अगर वो सर्कुलर पाथ में घूमेगा तो वो एक्सेलरेट होगा. एक्सेलरेट मतलब उसका स्पीड बढ़ जाएगा, राइट? इफ इट इज गेटिंग एक्सेलरेटेड, व्हाट विल हैपन? इट विल स्टार्ट रेडिएटिंग द एनर्जी. रेडिएटिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? इट विल स्टार्ट लूजिंग द एनर्जी. अल्टीमेटली इफ इट लूजेस द एनर्जी, व्हाट विल हैपन? इट विल बिकम स्टैटिक. स्टैटिक का मतलब रुक जाएगा. अगर रुक जाएगा तो क्या होगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन विल गेट फॉल्ड ऑन द न्यूक्लियस and the electron will not exist. Are you understanding, my dear students? So this was the biggest drawback of the Rutherford's model. Okay, he could not explain the stability of the atom, as well as he could not explain the total number of electrons present in each orbit. उसने क्या बोला कि एक ही ऑर्बिट होता है, ऐसा नहीं है. नील बोर ने क्या बोला? एक ऑर्बिट नहीं, एक ऑर्बिट से ज्यादा और ज्यादा ऑर्बिट्स होते हैं एटम के अंदर. And it is not necessary that the electron will be only revolving around the nucleus in only one orbit. It might be circulating in the different orbits. यानी कि इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे भी हो सकता है, इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे भी हो सकता है. Are you understanding? This is what is called as the planetary model of Neil Bohr, right? That was suggested by the Neil Bohr, that there is a number of orbits are present in the atom, right? Did you all understand this? Okay, now give the heading Neil Bohr's atomic model. Did we write anything about Neil Bohr? Yes. Yes, many of them were not there. You can note it down once again. He introduced the Bohr's Bohr's atomic model. Bohr's atomic model. He introduced the Bohr's atomic model. Then next point, he suggested the planetary model of atom. He suggested the planetary model of atom. समझ में आ रहा है ना planetary मतलब क्या है? Planetary means it looks like a planetary model only. See, like this. Right, this kind of a model is called as the planetary model, where there are presence of a number of orbits are present in the atom, and this is the nucleus of the atom. Right, so electron may be revolving in any of the orbit. It is not necessary that it will be only revolving in a one orbit. Okay? Okay, next point लिख लो. Niels Bohr was a German scientist. Niels Bohr was a German scientist and he got a Nobel Prize. He got a Nobel Prize for contribution in quantum physics and structure of atom. राइट, इसको नोबेल प्राइज मिला था क्वांटम फिजिक्स के लिए और स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ एटम डिराइव करने के लिए. ओके, इन द ईयर 1922. ओके, और ये बोर्स एटॉमिक मॉडल कब सजेस्ट किया था? बोर्स एटॉमिक मॉडल वाज सजेस्टेड इन द ईयर 1913. Right, so it was in the year 1913 and he got the Nobel Prize in the year 1922. Okay, so for your general knowledge purpose you should also remember this particular years. Okay, so here in this case, see, Niels Bohr was a very intelligent scientist. You know, he was the one person who had challenged the Einstein. उसने आइंस्टाइन को भी चैलेंज किया था क्वांटम फिजिक्स में, because क्वांटम फिजिक्स का जो फादर है उसको हम लोग आइंस्टाइन को बोलते हैं क्वांटम फिजिक्स का फादर. बट इन दैट केस आल्सो ही गॉट द नोबेल प्राइज. देन जस्ट इमेजिन हाउ इंटेलिजेंट दिस पर्टिकुलर नील बोर वाज. राइट, सो ही सजेस्टेड द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द एटम एंड दैट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द एटम वाज एक्सेप्टेड बाय द all chemists. It was accepted. Right, did you all understand this? Okay, next point. Bohr's postulate. Point number 1, write down. Atom has a nucleus in the center. Postulate number 1. Atom has a nucleus in the center. Right, so this is the point number 1. See, this particular point was also explained by the Rutherford ने भी explain किया था ये point. Right, that is nothing new. Then what is new in this case? Now point number 2 will be new. Write down that point. Electron revolves around the nucleus in a circular path with fixed energy and with a fixed velocity. With a fixed velocity. Right? So this was the suggestion of the Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr ने क्या suggest किया कि इलेक्ट्रॉन तो revolve करेगा, but electron will revolve in that orbit which will have a fixed circular path. It will have a fixed energy as well as it will have a fixed velocity. Right? So this is what was suggested. Okay, then next point, which is a very important point. Electron revolves around that orbit which has angular momentum equal to nh by 2 pi. Right? Angular momentum is denoted by the L. Right? So electron revolves around that orbit which has the angular momentum equal to nh by 2 pi. Right? Are you understanding this? देखो उसने क्या बोला, उसने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज बोली है यहाँ पे. He has told a very very important thing. What he is telling कि इलेक्ट्रॉन तो रिवॉल्व करेगा, बट उसी ऑर्बिट में करेगा जहां पे एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज इक्वल टू nh by 2 pi. Now the question comes, why only in that particular orbit? The question comes here, why only in that orbit? Because in that particular orbit, wherever the angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi, it will not radiate the energy. यानी कि ये अपना एनर्जी लूज नहीं करेगा, ये अपना वेलोसिटी लूज नहीं करेगा. Are you understanding the point, my dear students? Again I will explain. See, if you are finding it difficult, see, इलेक्ट्रॉन उसी ऑर्बिट में रिवॉल्व करेगा जिसका एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज इक्वल टू nh by 2 pi. Why? Why? Because in that particular orbit it will not radiate the energy. That means it will not lose the energy. It will not lose its speed, velocity, right? And it will have a fixed energy. समझ में आ गया सबको? So this was the biggest discovery done by the Niels Bohr. Okay, रुदरफोर्ड ने क्या बोला था? रुदरफोर्ड ने भी वही बोला था, पर उसने क्या बोला कि इलेक्ट्रॉन सिर्फ घूमता है, पर वो कहां पे भी घूमेगा क्या? ऑर्बिट में नहीं.